Hello everyone. Today we're diving into something really cool. This is a PinePhone Pro running PostmarketOS. And it's not Android, it's not iOS, and it runs a mainline Linux kernel. This is for people that just want to tinker with phones for fun and open source enthusiasts, as well as anyone curious about the future of Linux, etc. Now, PostmarketOS is mobile optimized, so it runs pretty well, and it's also based on Alpine Linux, which is a very light Linux distribution that I've actually used before, and I really like it. It's made to be lightweight, secure, and entirely open source. It supports this Postmarket OS supports a ton of old Android devices, and there's no Google, there's not much bloat or any of that. So as you can see, I am running KDE Plasma Mobile. And actually, I really like it. You're running KDE Plasma Mobile. It works very, very, very well. So as you can see, I can unlock the phone if I could tap correctly, and you can see the default home screen. Now if you hold down, you can get to the wallpapers, the settings, the widgets, and you can see all of the installed applications. Now I've installed a bunch of these, so these are not all of the default ones. But yeah, it is pretty cool. It is overall kind of smooth. You can still feel it stutter sometimes, but honestly, I think it's just down to the way that the software is optimized. I don't blame the phone. So you can check out the web browser. So I can make a new tab, and I could visit YouTube, for instance. And I don't have a kid's YouTube account, but it just feels like being a kid today. And somehow I'm opening Telegram. Not sure how that happened. And somehow I'm still on Telegram. This is what I'm talking about. So I can go to google.com. And as you can see, I am not signed in or anything, but YouTube thinks I'm signed in, which is very weird. But yeah, that's a simple web browser. It works like a web browser. You can see you can access the regular terminal like you can on any Linux desktop, and it works perfectly fine. You can do fast fetch, and you can see all of the specifications of the phone. Another thing that this supports is actually being rotated, so I can rotate the phone. And now I can open up terminal, and I can run fast fetch. If I could type, and you can see all of the information, like that I'm running PostmarketOS Edge on a PinePhone Pro. It's running Linux 6.13.0. And all of the information, like it has 4 gigs of RAM, and that the battery is at 94%. I can rotate it back. Now, of course, it would rotate automatically if I did have on automatic rotation, but I found that really annoying, so I turned it off. Overall, the performance is okay. You can call, you can use Wi-Fi. I even got a SIM activated. As you can see, it says T-Mobile. And yeah, it does work. You can plug this into a TV and use the USB port to display on a television or a monitor through HDMI. That is really cool. I don't have a cable to do that, otherwise I would show you that. But honestly, it's a really cool feature. But yeah, if you're into Linux, privacy, or just love messing around with technology in general, this is honestly a great phone to have to mess with. It works very well. I'm going to be testing all of the operating systems that are supported on this. Well, all of the Linux distributions. Mine is Kali Linux and Android, of course, because that doesn't really count. Come on now. That's just going back to Google. And yeah, it's just really cool that this even works and that this is even a project, and the fact that I got my hands on one. But yeah, this keeps on getting updates, and there keeps on being new things. So this certainly could be a lot better in the future. And of course, there's no planned obsolescence or any of that. So this should get updates for longer than my Google Pixel that I'm using to record with right now, which is absolutely crazy. And of course, I do want to port PostmarketOS to my Google Pixel 7a. And I'm planning to make like a little project on that with videos, because I don't know what I'm doing, and I think it would just be cool videos in general to do. So I'm thinking of doing that. Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, this is what PostmarketOS looks like in 2025. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good one.